I can't believe I'm finally graduating. Even though I was able to graduate early in just 2.5 years, I think it's safe to say these have been the most stressful and difficult 2.5 years of my entire life. And I have so many people to be thankful for helping me through this extremely difficult but important time in my life. To my teachers, mentors, and friends that have carried me through everything, I cannot thank you enough. All of your encouragement and help along the way means so much to me, and I wouldn't be the person I am today with a big girl job without all of your help. There is one person though that I owe so much to, and I'd like to take a moment to thank them for all of their hard work and encouragement today, and that person is my dad. I am so fortunate to have my dad as my father. He is giving, he's resilient, and he's encouraging, and these traits about him have helped me so much throughout my childhood and now into my adulthood. My dad is one of the most giving people I know in my whole life. He works so hard doing a full-time job, but he also has a side hobby, as many of you know, as a pilot. And even though he works all through the week, he spends every hour of his weekend teaching young students lessons on how to be a pilot. And even though he only planned to take on 2 students a week and just keep it as a side hobby, if a student asks him for a little extra time or to have more lessons, he's willing to completely change his schedule to accommodate them. It is truly so giving, and I know he has such limited time in his schedule, and so it really shows his character, how he's willing to give these students that extra time. In addition, my dad is extremely resilient. There's this really funny story he likes to tell from high school. I guess he had a sort of bickering and argument with a teacher, and at the end of the semester, he turned in his final paper written completely on toilet paper. That's right, he hand wrote everything on a roll of toilet paper and turned it into his teacher. Needless to say, he got an F, a failing grade. But you might be asking, why would you tell this story when you're trying to honor your father? Good question. I truly think that this story says something about his resilience and standing up for what he believes in and his values, and that's something that I've really carried with me into my life. It's definitely helped me through college, learning more about who I am as a person, what I value, things like that, and my dad has shown me through these stories from his childhood that that's very important to him as well, and these have been really important lessons for me in my life. So I love that story, and it's one of my favorites. And most importantly, and last of all, my dad is so extremely encouraging. When I was choosing colleges, as many of you know, I went to a very competitive high school, and I got into a lot of schools, including some that are a little more prestigious than others. At the end of the day, I made a ton of pro and con lists trying to decide where I wanted to go. I was literally crying over the fact that I could not make a decision, and I was so stressed that my future was determined by this one choice. Obviously, I'm so happy I picked BU. It has been my home, and I absolutely love it and all the opportunities it's provided. But my dad was there for me through every pro and con list, every checklist, every financial aid document, every FAFSA, every application. And he was so encouraging and told me that wherever I go, my parents would always be there to help me, and that they would encourage me along the way and always support me and my dreams. And that has meant so much. The fact that I'm at BU today and graduating and doing my dream career at an amazing company here in Boston just really shows how much they were able to encourage me, and I know I would not be able to do it without them. Because of these traits that my dad has, being so giving, so resilient, and so encouraging, I have been able to grow into the young woman that I am today, and for that I cannot thank him and all the other people who have helped me enough. Thank you so much to all of you. I am so excited to be part of the class of 2021, and here is to my new beginning as an adult.